Hello, my name's Sara Martindale, and I'm the Fairfield Public Library's Youth Services Specialist.
Hi, I'm Christian Rojo, and I'm a volunteer with the summer reading program this year.
Christian's been great for the library. He helps out so much. So Christian, what grade are you in school?
Right now I'm going to 7th grade.
Yeah. It's been really great to have you as a volunteer this year. We have all kinds of volunteers at the Fairfield Public Library, volunteers of all ages, and they do all kinds of different things to help out in the youth department. What are some of your favorite things that you've done to help out in the youth department this summer?
So far right now, making the buns for the events. It's definitely one of my favorites so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you spent a lot of time on the Pokemon card trading event, doing the buttons that we gave away. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
It was a lot of fun. So Christian is helping out as a volunteer, and I would really love to have community members help out as well. If that's something that you're interested in doing, you definitely could stop by the library.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend doing it. It's definitely a lot of fun. You get different experiences every year doing some events that they plan out in the library. Definitely, I would definitely do it if I were you. Right.
Volunteers are so important during the summertime, especially because the Summer Reading Challenge is a very busy time. Yes. We have events almost every day. And in addition to that, youth that participate in the Summer Reading Challenge log their reading over the course of the summer. It's really important to keep on top of your reading over the summer. It will help out when you come back to school in the fall.
Yeah.
Is that something that you've experienced? Or you're a reader, so you probably haven't ever skipped out on reading.
But yeah, some kids I know, they would not read, and they'll just go a little bit more downhill when school comes back in the fall for like reading tests.
Yeah.
And speed reads.
So if you practice more over the summer, that's important when you have kids that are going into school. Plus, reading is something that you can enjoy your whole life. So you want to build a habit of that. So during the Summer Reading Challenge, we create incentives, right?
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of prizes. For every hour that anybody participating in the program reads, they get to visit the prize cart. It's got some of Christian's awesome buttons on it.
Yes.
All kinds of stuff. Plus there's books too that you get when you sign up. So if you're looking for something new to read, you can have a book that's your very own to take home. And in addition to logging your reading and getting prizes for logging your reading, there's lots of programs, right?
Yeah.
Christian's been helping me out with those.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of programs, and I would recommend going to a few if you like. Definitely, there should be one that everybody should like, at least one.
Right. I tried to plan a wide variety, and there'll be different programs every year. So when you're coming up on next summer, the schedule will be totally different. This year we've got Blank Park Zoo coming.
Yeah.
We have a puppet show later on in July. I'm working with Brittany Tiller, who is a fabulous educator in Fairfield. She works for Jefferson County Conservation, and she's going to be putting on a program with us. There's all kinds of stuff coming up this year, but there's always something different every summer. Plus the incentives to keep reading over the summer so you don't hit that summer slide. But during the year, there are other programs in the youth department too.
Yeah.
Lots of them, right?
Yes, there's tons.
We have a regular story time for the little kids, not really your age group, but babies to about 3 years old. That's on Tuesday mornings. And we also have afternoon story times. There's one at the market in the square.
Yeah.
And then once it gets cold out, we take that to the library. And on Thursday afternoons, we also do a story time. We've got a couple monthly events. We have an All Our Voices story time. That is something that the library does in partnership with the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. Ginevra Bell does that story time with me, and we're focused on reading books that have diverse subject matters or characters, are equitable and inclusive. those are monthly, and then we also have monthly book clubs that meet. We have our first chapter night. Have you ever been to a first chapter night?
No, I've not. Can you please explain to me, please?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So first chapter night is when I read the first chapter of a middle grade novel. So something that appeals to all ages, basically. And I do all different kinds of books, something different every month. I just read the first chapter at first chapter night, and then after that, anybody that comes, if they'd like to check the book out, they can. If they totally hate it, then they know they don't need to check that book out. So it's a way to find out about things without having to commit to the whole book. And then after we do our first chapter, we also hang out. Usually we play Smash Brothers. So are you a fan?
Used to when I was younger.
Okay, Smash Brothers is pretty good. So then they can battle it out when they're playing Super Mario Smash Brothers. We also have a monthly family bike ride. And coming up in the fall, I'm going to start a teen advisory board. So that's where I'm looking for youth, like your age and up. So I'm hoping you'll join me.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about books that should be purchased for the library, so you get to weigh in on my purchasing decisions. Are there any books that you've really enjoyed that you think should be in our library?
Maybe Greetings by Witness Protection. It's definitely a good book that you guys need to get.
Okay. So I want you guys to be contributing your ideas to the library collection. I am also going to be calling on those teen volunteers to help me out with programming ideas. So we can start doing some programming for older kids too. Right now we have a really solid base of programs for younger kids. But I'd really like to start building so that we draw older youth into the library, not just as volunteers. You guys are great volunteers. I appreciate you and everybody else that has been here around this summer. But I also want to be doing some programming so you start to enjoy the library as well. So, besides the programs and the books, there's all kinds of stuff at the library. Can you think of anything that you use at the library that isn't a book?
Your audiobooks as well, you guys do have.
Mm-hmm. Those are available to check out on an app called Libby. It's free, which is nice. You just load it onto your phone, and you can check out audiobooks. Or if you like to read on your devices, you can also check out digital copies of books as well. Are there any other things that you've used?
The button machine and your guys' laptops I've used.
Right, the button machine, because besides helping me out, you also kind of have a little entrepreneurial project with the buttons, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to be able to have opportunities for kids your age to use the tools that the library has, like our button maker, like our laptop. You were designing things on the laptop, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping you're going to also help me out with the Hogwarts event, too.
Yeah.
We have a Harry Potter event coming up that Christian would be great to help out with. We're also, in the future, looking to add video games to our collection so that you could check out Nintendo Switch video games and take those home and try them out. Do you have a Switch?
Yes, I do.
Do you? Or what games do you think the library should have?
Some of the, like Pokemon Sword and Shield, the newer ones as well, they're pretty fun.
Yeah. Do you play any of like the Zelda series, like Breath of the Wild or anything like that?
No.
No. That's pretty popular at our house. So we're going to have a pretty wide variety of video games that you will be able to try out, check out. So if you ever want to dip your feet into the Zelda world, you can, without having to purchase the games. That's the benefit of having a library in your town. It's a resource to try things out. We also have a pretty big board game collection. Mm-hmm. That has some more expensive games that are kind of out of the ordinary, different than what you find at like Walmart, things like that. You can check out movies, and we also have a telescope which with parental guidance you would also be able to use. So there are all kinds of resources at the Fairfield Public Library. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
We still do have the movies that you can check out as well.
Right. Yeah, there's a huge collection of movies, both youth movies and adult movies. So we hope that you join us at Fairfield Public Library. We have opportunities to volunteer. We have great resources for you to check out besides just books.
Yes.
We're really working to grow our collection of things that you use in the world besides books. It's a great place to form relationships and be able to try things out that you don't normally have at home, like those books and board games and telescopes, things like that.